Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, Bayley is heel. She is a heel. Full on heel turn. Oh my God. I am incredibly happy, ladies and gentlemen. I have not cooled down. It's been a half an hour since the end of the show. I've had a moment to gather my thoughts, but again, Bayley turned heel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is the Raw review for September 2nd, 2019, the very first show of September this year. And you know what we're going to start it off with? We're going to start it off with the Conman certified roll call. So who do we got in here today? We got Baker Mayfield. We got Austin Olsen up in here. We got Caleb Bernstein, Matthew Blackman. Welcome to the live stream. We got Richard Carlton, the ultimate insane Austin Olsen once again. We got the convict Peyton Cash, Isma Styles. Welcome to the live stream. We got Byron Knight, Sad Vert, Christian Vega, Nathan Noble, Josh Disick, Dawson Blum. Jason Dreamer's in here, A13 Entertainment, along with Kevin Langhoff and Seth Vanderloo. We're going to jump right into the show, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a lot to cover. There's a lot to talk about with Monday Night Raw tonight. From start to finish, the show was entertaining. It was not without its flaws. Definitely not without its flaws. The big one that stands out to me is the Samoa Joe Ricochet debacle in the King of the Ring tournament. Why does WWE have to take a straightforward idea and fuck with it? Who knows? But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about Monday Night Raw here tonight. Overall, I enjoyed the show. The ending, literally for me, it blew me out of the water. That end, seeing Bayley turn heel. I've been wanting to see Bayley as a heel for a while. If you guys remember back to the Con and Bob podcast when that was going on, me and Bob talked a lot about turning Bayley heel and what it would be like to turn Bayley heel and could she pull it off. And usually the best baby faces make the best heels. So I'm so excited. That smirk from Bayley was amazing. I am so happy to see this, and I can't wait to see the new direction of Bayley, the women's champion on SmackDown Live, teaming essentially and staying together with her Boss and Hug Connection partner in Sasha Banks. Let's see what happens. But man, that was awesome. I could not be happier. Anyways, everybody, tonight was live from Baltimore, Maryland, and it was September 2nd, 2019. The show started off with the contract signing between Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman, and this went exactly as you would kind of expect. Well, maybe not exactly, but it was a contract signing. There was some issues. Seth Rollins signed the contract. Strowman signed the contract before AJ Styles and the OC came on out and down to the ring. It wasn't long before Strowman whipped the table that was in the ring right after. Sorry, I forgot about this part. AJ Styles rips the contract up, and then Braun Strowman throws the table at AJ Styles, clocked him. It actually looked incredible. It was actually really, really funny to watch that table clock AJ Styles like that. And then Strowman and Rollins proceeded to try to beat down the OC. For a moment, it looked like they were going to get the opportunity to take over and truly run away with this little beatdown that was going on, especially after Braun Strowman started charging around the outside of the ring. Shoulder tackle to, I believe it was Carl Anderson first, and then Luke Gallows after. But right when he ran through Luke Gallows, unfortunately taking down Seth Rollins, and this is where Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler came running down, and it was a 5-on-1 assault essentially on Braun Strowman. Seth Rollins would eventually get back up to his feet, but the 5 men would beat him down. Braun Strowman would get back up to his feet, and the 5 men would beat him down as well. They would hit a 4-person magic killer, and then AJ Styles, of course, hit his big move there as well. But that was to set up Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman versus Gallows and Anderson with AJ Styles at ringside. And this match was not bad whatsoever. It was actually a really entertaining match. We're quickly going through this because there's so much to talk about later on in the show. But honestly, really good matchup there. I love seeing Seth Rollins work. Carl Anderson's selling ability is out of this world. He is great. Carl Anderson is so incredibly underrated when it comes to selling in the ring, and you start to realize that him and Gallows are essentially the Dolph Ziggler of the tag team division, even though that Dolph Ziggler is now in the tag team division. They are that Dolph Ziggler. They are the people there set to get everybody else over. And when you watch Carl Anderson work, you can literally see how damn good he is. He hits his moves so crisply. He sells. He looks so safe in the ring. Carl Anderson, he is criminally underrated. And I hope that, the OC, him being a part of it, gives him a renewed push. Because, man, Carl Anderson is so damn good. The winners ended up being Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman after Rollins rolled up Anderson for the win. I like the fact that it was a roll-up win. I didn't really want to see the OC lose cleanly. So that was kind of nice seeing Rollins do that. And then they immediately got their heat back on them after AJ Styles came in the ring and attacked. I talked a little bit about the beatdown, and it stood with the 5-man standing tall over top of them. I might have said that a little bit backwards. Doesn't matter. The match happened. All that stuff happened. Here we go. We then went backstage to see Cedric Alexander get attacked by the OC. I believe this is going into a direction where the OC, maybe AJ Styles, is going to face Cedric Alexander for the United States title at Clash of Champions. Don't really know where it's going for sure, because AJ Styles could be added into this Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins storyline, and putting the U.S. title on the line as well. So maybe that match would be a triple threat match for the U.S. title and for the Universal title. Maybe something like that could happen. I don't know for sure, but they're going somewhere. It seems like the more likely scenario is Cedric Alexander versus AJ Styles, because why not? But hey, we'll find out at Clash of Champions, or probably the week before. We then got Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode versus Ryder and Hawkins. This was a one-sided affair where Ryder and Hawkins got a little bit of offense towards the end. It was a great showcase for Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, who need to be showcased as much as possible before the tag team match. You want to put them over as a formidable duo. They beat every single tag team the week before, essentially, and now they have defeated Ryder and Hawkins, former tag team champions, again. A step in the right direction, absolutely. We then got, Lacey Evans versus Natalya, and this started out with Lacey Evans getting interrupted by Natalya, who proceeded to hit her with a shoulder tackle on the way down to the ring. Lacey Evans still managed to botch that one somehow, not entirely sure how she didn't realize she was supposed to turn around in time, but she didn't. The match between Lacey Evans and Natalya, though, was a solid enough match. It wasn't great, but it was a solid enough match and a showcase for Lacey Evans. You can say what you will about the women's right finisher, that it's just a punch, and who freaking cares? It's just a punch, right? Like, why wouldn't you go for it? People don't like punches being a finishing moves, but it's more important. How can I word this? It's important to the character because of the name of the finishing move, the women's right, and it's a right hand. It's easily rememberable, and it is there to stick in the brains of the casual fan audience. It's there to get you mad at her, It's there to get the casual fans mad at her because they're casuals and she's a bad person, and obviously the casuals don't like the bad people. And it's there to piss off the hardcore fans. The women's right, it's a punch. It's there to piss off the hardcore fans who are saying exactly what WWE wants them to say. Yeah, you can argue the logic with it, but the women's right is such an important part of the character for Lacey Evans. People don't seem to realize that. And you know what? I like the idea of including the handkerchief in the finisher, of throwing it, causing the distraction, and then the knockout punch landing right below the jawline and right below the ear. It was an incredible use of the women's right. I like the finish. We then got Rey Mysterio returning to Raw later on tonight, but not right now, as we found ourselves Sasha Banks and the footage of her attacking Becky Lynch with the steel chair. Lynch then came on down and cut a big promo on Sasha Banks, but it wasn't long before Sasha Banks' music hit and she walked on down to the stage. She essentially said that she doesn't fight for free, taking the page out of the playbook of Kevin Owens, saying that she will fight her for the Women's Championship at Clash of Champions. Oh man, that's where we're going with that one, and that's exciting. So the match is now official. The boss versus the man, and the final line was, the man will be the boss's bitch, as Sasha Banks walks off the title and off the back of the show. So there you go. That was that one. Street Profits looked surprised, and we found out that we were going to get Firefly Funhouse later on tonight. And it became official as well that Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks are going to happen at Clash of Champions. Now for my match of the night. This was my favorite match. Literally, my favorite match from all of tonight. I thought this match was incredible. The work from Cedric Alexander and Baron Corbin were almost real solid. I have very little to complain with this match. I love the ending. I love the way that they presented Cedric Alexander. He was injured as well. But one little thing from this match. Can anybody answer me why there was so much emphasis on the injured leg last week against Cesaro? For him to not even remotely sell it at all, and for him to get beat down by AJ Styles selling the arm. Like, if you wanted to have him injured, I understand they wanted to go with the arm so that he wouldn't be limping in the match and it'd essentially be one-armed man fighting Baron Corbin. But my goodness, like, you missed... Sorry, I thought someone was in here. I was like, my girlfriend is not here. Why is there noise coming from inside the house? Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. Jared Reed, thank you very much for subscribing. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, the match between Baron Corbin and Cedric Alexander. It was just an incredible matchup. Cedric Alexander looked great in defeat. Unfortunately, though, he did lose. But again, the arm was being the selling point, and I don't understand why necessarily the leg injury from last week wasn't continued over. I guess it was just like he had a week to heal up, and then, he got injured again. But it feels like that should have been part of the storyline. It feels like he should have already had an injured leg and then, been attacked and his arm was injured as well, essentially taking him completely out of the match. Baron Corbin ended up picking up the win after the end of days, and it was an awesome end of days as well. So there you go. That was that match. Baron Corbin looked amazing as then he sat on the throne once again, holding up the crown and scepter. Really good match. We also found out that Stone Cold Steve Austin will be the one overlooking the contract signing between Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman next week on Raw from Madison Square Garden. Obviously, they need to sign a new contract because AJ Styles ripped that one up. Something makes me feel AJ Styles is going to try to swerve his way into that match as well. We then got a little tease for later on in the night, and I love the fact that they teased Bayley and Sasha Banks talking off screen, saying that it was personal, and obviously it was personal because she turned heel later on that evening, but it was really cool. The seeds were planted there early on in the night, and I thought it was awesome. I was thinking maybe, just maybe, she could turn heel. There we go. We then got the Viking Raiders versus a couple of jobbers. Their names were Tyler Hastings and Brian Thomas. This match was over before it even began, really. The Viking Experience 1, 2, 3 as the Viking Raiders picked up the win in a very short match. And again, I said this during the live stream, I don't hate the fact that they're facing jobbers, because if you aren't going to give them a legitimate feud, which it seemed like the OC versus Viking Raiders was the direction they were moving in, if you're not going to give them a legitimate feud, at least keep them on TV, at least keep them looking dominant, so that way when the time comes to truly start giving them a storyline, giving them some people to fight against, they look like absolute beasts. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for me. Okay. We then found ourselves getting the match between Samoa Joe and Ricochet. And, God damn it, WWE. You were running such a good show up to this point. And this match right here, I'm trying to wrap my head around what you were attempting to do, WWE. I really am trying my best to wrap my head around how you thought this was the best direction to move in. So let's look at the positives. The positives to come out of this match, and the finish being a double count, so a 1, 2, 3 with both men's shoulders on the ground. That's what happened if you guys missed it. Double count, draw. The referee counted both shoulders down, 1, 2, 3. In the past, when that thing has happened, when that fall has happened, both men are eliminated from the tournament, not kept in the tournament and given an opportunity again. So I see two ways that this match should have ended. It should have either been restarted, or it should have been both men being eliminated from the tournament. not put into a triple threat match against a man who has already beat his previous 2 rounds opponents. Like, think about that. Think about that with the most basic logic, common sense. You have 2 superstars who fought against each other, ended in a draw, and instead of them either fighting each other again to see who's the better man to advance in the tournament or getting eliminated, you put them up against a man who has won both of his previous matches, and now he's only got a 33% chance of winning as opposed to 50. What did Baron Corbin do to deserve that? In a tournament setting, in a King of the Ring tournament, that makes no sense. That is honestly a brutal call on WWE's end for booking. It was a brutal call because it took a good match there and it spun it in a different direction where people don't even care about the match now because of the result. Because you're telling the fans that both these superstars lost, yet they both advance. Think about it one more time. Both superstars lost and they advance. One more time for the people in the back. Both superstars lost, both advance. No sense, right? Makes no sense. Regardless, the triple threat match next week is going to be entertaining as hell. I think it's going to be good. I think that was one of the worst decisions. I was intrigued. You know, the referee was restarting them. He was going into the headset. After he talked in the headset, that should have been, all right, we got the backstage ruling. Here you go. The match is restarted. And that's where you have Ricochet, Samoa Joe be up in arms. Maybe something happened. I don't know. But man, that was one of the lamest ends you could have done for that match. There's so many other ways you could have gone in this direction, and they just didn't do it. So it was very upsetting for me in that sense. I do not like the result of that. Poor Ricochet. That is 2 weeks in a row where fans are just more concerned about the booking than his actual run in the King of the Ring tournament, which has been phenomenal. WWE is screwing over their own babyface in that sense because fans are not talking about the right things after the match. We're focusing in on the fact that the illogical booking is there, the fact that the double count made no sense, and now we're getting a triple threat in a singles tournament. We're getting a triple threat in a singles tournament. It makes no sense. So yeah, that was kind of one of the worst moments on the show, unfortunately, because the match was damn good before it. We had ourselves the Firefly Funhouse here, and this one was focused on Vince McMahon, the devil popping up, Bray essentially saying he's money. Vince eats the money, and then the Fiend essentially was teased once again. You know, we saw the mask pop on Bray real quick, then pop right off. I like the way that they continue to tease the Fiend, make him feel like a big deal at all times. So yes, anyways, we then found out officially that it was going to be a triple threat match for the Samoa Joe versus Ricochet versus Baron Corbin next week. Charlie Caruso then interviewed Rey Mysterio. He says that he is not done, not just yet. He still has so much more to accomplish, and Mysterio is doing it for his son, Dominic. There we go. We then got the Miz versus Cesaro. This match was good. It was quick. It served its right purpose. I think this was the right pairing as well because Cesaro is in the position right now where how can I say this? Cesaro's in the position where he can afford to lose because he is putting on so many incredible matches. And at the end of the day, if you can get over in defeat, you are going to have a job for life. It's a reason why Dolph Ziggler's hung around for so damn long. Cesaro's done an amazing job at it. The Miz has been there for a while as a babyface now. We are seeing people put on great matches, lose in defeat, and as a result, get over. Buddy Murphy's a prime example of how this booking works. So Cesaro right now is being thrown out there, giving great matches after great matches after great matches, and it's only a matter of time before the Cesaro section rises back up and demands to see more of Cesaro. That's what they're doing. They're purposely building towards this. I guarantee you. The way he's been featured as a single superstar, the way he's entering, the way he was sent down to NXT TakeOver UK. Granted, he won down there, which was a phenomenal match. Versus Ilya Dragunov. If you did not see it, watch it. But they're building him up in the right way. They're building up that fan support because right now he's technically a heel, and they want to get him back to that ever-loving baby face that he was for a while there, and he is in the perfect position to try to do so. So that's the direction that they're moving in. The Miz won off the skull-crushing finale and picked up the win over Cesaro. We then got our main event match, which was going to be Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and Becky Lynch. And I messed up earlier in the night during the live stream. For whatever reason, I thought that this was not a tag match. I thought it was Alexa Bliss versus Bayley in the main event. I totally blanked on hearing the other stuff. And so I was mad for a little bit. So take all of that away, all of that anger that I had because I thought that was a terrible booking decision, and then replace it and find out that it's a tag match. So I was happy. I was happy to find out that these were a tag match, that it wasn't a singles, and I like the fact how the match end of Sasha Banks getting involved, not allowing any champions to take a pinfall. Well done, WWE, but that is not the talking point here. No. The talking point here is the fact that Bayley, the lovable, the huggable one, has turned heel. She has joined forces with the bitter blue bitch, Sasha Banks, and turning heel on Becky Lynch. The women's champion turning heel. The SmackDown women's champion turning heel. How can I can't underestimate this or understate this enough. This is a giant deal. Not very often do you have your main event caliber superstars holding on to a championship flip to the other side. Straight up in an amazing heel turn. This is reminiscent of CM Punk turning on The Rock and turning heel out of nowhere as the WWE champion. And there's so many other cases as well. I'm not going to try to bore you guys with some facts here because I honestly don't have one that's coming straight to my mind, but it has happened many times and always done to an effective way. This instantly shoots some life in the arm of Bayley, gives it more depth of the storyline. And what if Sasha Banks beats Becky Lynch to have the Boss and Hug connection as the Raw Women's Champion and the SmackDown Women's Champion? This is the story that could possibly happen, and I am so excited for it. But that is the Raw review part of the show. We have flown through it in order to get to a few more of your guys' live calls because I'm sure so many people want to talk about Becky Lynch getting beat down by Bayley. And obviously probably people wanting to rant about the Samoa Joe Ricochet match. But ladies and gentlemen, if you head on over to our Discord, you can get your mic checked, and then if you get your mic checked, you can actually get thrown into a live call with me here. The moderators will help you out. If you have any questions, just ask in the general chat. Discord link is down in the description below if you'd like to call in live. But let's get this thing started. We have ourselves at the very start of the show, because you guys have been waiting for him, we are going to jump right into this. Nice little transition. So, what am I trying to say? Ricochet versus Samoa Joe. What are your thoughts, Thomas Noble? Hey, Thomas Noble, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the live stream.
Hello, Conman.
Hello. So, I hear you've got a rant for us here today about Samoa Joe and Ricochet.
Yes.
All right, man. Well, cock it up and unload it.
The result? I fucking hate it! What is up with that? I mean, a double pin? That doesn't make any sense to me! I mean, of course you have to review, but I agree with that. You should, like, two options. One, both competitors should be disqualified, and Baron Corbin should be in the finals. Or two, I don't know what the other two is, but two is to have, like, I don't know what the other side option is, but no, you have to put John Cone into the position where you have to put Ricochet and Samoa Joe against Baron Corbin. What is the fucking odds of that? What is up with that?
It makes no sense.
That's what I'm pissed about.
Literally makes
fuck
no
off,
sense.
John Cone, and fuck you, WWE management. Fuck you!
All right. Yes. So it is very annoying, isn't it? It's annoying when you have no logic in something so simple to try to figure out. One-on-one tournament, should remain a one-on-one tournament. It's that simple, right?
I know, but is it one-on-one? No! It's a triple threat!
Triple threat, right? So, all right. That was the biggest piss off of the show, without a doubt. Everything else on the show, fairly good, right?
What are you talking here? That the best thing for Raw?
No, sorry. So I'm just kind of saying, like, generally speaking, the show tonight was really good. It was that one segment that you probably have the biggest problem with, right? Like the majority of us do.
The Samoa Joe and Ricochet the match, it is a big problem with me, which everybody in the comments will want me to rant, and that's what I did. I rant about that.
You certainly did. So now let's flip sides like we normally do. What did you like from tonight?
Definitely 100% the Bayley heel turn.
Yeah, yes, the Bayley heel turn. The huggable one goes to the dark side, eh?
When I just watched on my television, I went, holy fucking shit! Like, did Bayley just turn heel? Like, when's the last time Bayley went turn heel? I just talked with the comments, and well, Bayley never turned heel in her career. Well, I guess this is her first time being a heel.
So, a very little known fact about Bayley is for about 3 weeks down in NXT, she was a heel. Her character was over the top hugging, and it was meant to be a creepy Mickie James stalker type of gimmick. That's where Bayley's direction was originally supposed to go. So when she actually started out in NXT, she was a bit of a heel. Obviously, the fans gravitated towards Bayley, and she's been a babyface ever since. But yeah, she has been a heel in just the start of her career, but this is officially like the full-on heel turn for Bayley.
No doubt about it.
Mm-hmm. It was awesome to see.
I desperately want to see Sasha Banks and Bayley be champions. Like, I mean, not tag team champs, because they already been tag team champs. I want them to be both single champions. Like, Sasha Banks as the Raw Women's Champion and Bayley remain as the SmackDown Women's Champion. I want that to happen. It will be the biggest story in the WWE alive today.
I absolutely agree, man. I hope that's the direction they're moving in. And then, it might end up becoming like a situation where Charlotte turns a bit of face, to combat Bayley on the blue brand, and Sasha Banks.
Wait.
Sorry, did I
pause?
Yeah.
Pause. Hold. Hit the brakes, Mr. Conman. Are you saying if Bayley is a heel already, should the WWE get Charlotte be a babyface?
Well, I mean, it's definitely an option. It's an option to look at. The option is there, for somebody else to rise up the card, but it seems like it's going to be Charlotte versus Bayley at some point. So if Charlotte starts playing, more of the babyface in this scenario, maybe not, a happy-go-lucky babyface, but one who is standing up for the crowd just a little bit more, it could be an interesting character shift of Charlotte. Because you're noticing a lot of people turning on Charlotte as well right now. They're saying she's overpushed, she's saying she's overfeatured. But at the end of the day, Charlotte Flair is the best women's wrestler on the roster. So I think it would be a good decision for WWE to start tinkering with the idea of changing up Charlotte Flair's character just a little bit to bring some more life to her character, if you will.
Well, I guess you might got the point there. And one more thing I'd like about the show so far. What was it? I think it was when I think it's like either the Miz winning his match, because I'm happy about for the Miz, or possibly the segment where the Street Profits have no words about when Sasha trash talked at Becky Lynch, and to make that Classic Champions match, as the Street Profits are shocked open their mouths and just look at each other, and they're going to commercial break in 1, 2, 3, and then commercial. That's priceless.
Yeah, I thought that was really good. I love the way that they're featuring the Street Profits. They're doing an amazing job backstage. And yeah, I would agree with you. The Miz winning was definitely a step in the right direction for him. Going to face for the Intercontinental title, he needed a little bit more momentum behind him, if you will. What did you think about the Cedric Alexander versus Cedric Alexander versus, why am I blanking? Oh my God. Who did he face again? Cedric Alexander versus, oh my God.
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin. Frig. Thank you, man. I could not remember his name for the life of me. Holy crap. What did you think of that match?
One word. Hate. I hate the reason I said hate. I hate the result. First of all, I don't want Corbin to win the match, and secondly, me and my brother hate Corbin. And unfortunately for that matter, I don't want Corbin to be king of the ring. And I had to say this because I had to say this about Shane. I had to bring this up since I said about Shane McMahon. Baron Corbin is Baron McFarty Pants Corbin.
Baron McFarty Pants. So now you're just passing along the name from Shane. You can do better than that, man.
I have to do that. I have no choice. No choice.
All right,
Baron McFarty Pants Corbin.
Oh, man. Well, that's one way to take it. I personally loved the fact that Corbin won. I think his heel work is outstanding. But I mean, that's okay to have difference of opinions right there. Yeah, overall, man, I think it was a pretty good show. Your rants are spot on, especially with the finish of that match between Samoa Joe and Ricochet. But we're going to move on to some more callers here. Thank you so much for calling, man.
Yeah.
Have yourself a wonderful night.
Yep. Wait.
All right. So let's move on here. We are going to talk to Chief Cam 98. Chief Cam 98, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. What'd you think of Raw tonight?
I thought it was great.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
I like how Samoa Joe didn't just win.
Okay.
Because that would have made Drew McIntyre just obsolete. Because not only did Ricochet beat Drew McIntyre clean, he then lost to Samoa Joe, which is it would have been horrible.
Yeah, I can agree with you with that. I do see where you're coming from. It's why I think this finish kind of sucks even more, because this felt like it could have been a big win for Ricochet, and Samoa Joe could have probably got his heat back on him after the match by simply attacking Ricochet, and that would have injured him going into the match against Baron Corbin, and then you have a story there, right? Baron Corbin versus an injured Ricochet. Can Ricochet overcome all the odds, kind of like Cedric Alexander had to try to do? And Baron Corbin gets an easy walk against another injured opponent. I think that would have been a better story to tell. But do you like the double pinfall?
Not really, to be honest. I don't think anyone does.
Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow, right? And your thoughts on the triple threat from next week? Is that kind of stupid in a single elimination tournament?
Again, it's just I don't think anyone really is good with that.
Yeah, yep. I think you're spot on there, my friend. Anything else that you'd like to talk about from Monday Night Raw tonight?
I always did not like how Baron Corbin wrestled, and I was completely proven wrong tonight. Him versus Cedric was amazing.
I'm so happy to hear some more people getting on this Baron Corbin train, because he is a great heel, honestly. His in-ring work is nothing but solid. Like, he's got one of the best finishers in the game right now. His deep six is a thing of beauty. And, he's slowly expanding his moveset as well. He impressed me a lot tonight.
Completely agree.
Mm-hmm. Anything else before we move on to the next caller?
No.
Nope.
Thanks so much, callers. Have a great night.
All right, buddy. Thank you for calling. Have yourself a wonderful night.
You too.
All right. Let's continue on here. We're going to talk to A13 Entertainment. A13 Entertainment, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. What'd you think of Raw tonight?
It was decent, actually. I really enjoyed it. I mean, even the double pin wasn't too bad to watch. But I mean, yeah, I completely agree with you about the whole triple threat in a single elimination tournament. It's not the first time they've done it. It's not going to be the last.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be the last, but it has never made sense once, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I am intrigued to see the match. It's going to be a hell of a match. I guarantee that.
That's one thing that I always try to look forward to with WWE is that, yeah, I'm going to be mad in the moment, but generally speaking, I'm not going to be mad a whole week later. You've had 7 days to cool off, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
at the end of the day, we will get a cool triple threat match. It just doesn't make much sense. But again, the performers in there are going to kill it, and they're going to lay their bodies on the line because fans are ready to turn on the match to begin with. So it should be at least an entertaining match.
Yeah, of course. Like I'm all for it. I mean, Corbin, Joe, and Ricochet, three of my favorites right now that are on Raw.
Yeah, that can't get much better for you then, can it?
Exactly.
What else did you like from tonight?
Well, of course, the Bayley heel turn. That was a good segment. Although it kind of leaves kind of a rift between the Bayley Charlotte match.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Like, I kind of hope, this spins Charlotte more into like a tweener role. I think that if Charlotte can kind of play off the fact that she has said this has always been Bayley, because she has said that in the past, right? And
Yeah, of course.
now she can finally say, I told you so. I told you so, right? These are the true colors of Bayley. I told you so. And that would kind of be a cool character for Charlotte to venture towards, being kind of a tweener and playing the babyface in the feud against Bayley. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a fun match regardless.
And another one I could see in that exact situation instead of Charlotte would be Alexa Bliss as well.
Yes. You're absolutely right. Alexa Bliss versus Bayley. That is because Alexa's literally been saying for 4 months, 5 months now that Bayley's true colors is that she's a terrible individual, right? And
Exactly.
That's a good story right there. Alexa Bliss can say, I told you so as well.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Anything
So how
else?
was your...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I got to go up to my cottage for the last time before we actually build on there, which is really nice. So we got to say goodbye to the cottage in its current rendition. Destroyed a lot of walls. It was fun for sure.
Yeah, of course.
And then, just a bit of a drive back. Got to witness AEW All Out, which was a fun show. And
Yeah, that was definitely fun.
yeah, just had a bit of a relaxing weekend. It was good. How about you?
Yeah. It was good. I taught my little one how to play pool. She's 6 years old, so.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh yeah, and she absolutely enjoyed it. And then of course the All Out stream was excellent.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm gonna from now on, because of who the sponsor is, I'm just gonna rate them in barrels instead of stars.
I love it. So how many barrels would you give Monday Night Raw tonight?
I'd give it a 4.
A 4?
Maybe
That's
a 4.5.
That's a solid barrel rating. I'll give you that. That's a solid barrel
for
rating.
sure.
Yeah. All right, man. We're going to move on to the next caller. It's always great talking to you. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, of course.
All right, buddy.
You enjoy the rest of your night.
You too. Have a good night. All right, let's get talking to... Let's go with William Thompson. Hey, William Thompson. How you doing, my friend? William Thompson, you there, buddy? All right, let's go on with... Actually, let's go with Latina 1-on-1, or 101. Latina 101, how you doing, my friend?
Whoa, hi.
Hi, welcome back to the show.
Whoa, this happened again. Hi.
Hi, yeah, deep breath, it's okay. I'm just going to ask you a very simple question. What did you think of Monday Night Raw?
Monday Night Raw. Better than it's been so far, I think.
Okay, all right. So you enjoyed it tonight then?
Oh, it's wrestling. I enjoy it, period.
Good. That's a great answer, actually, Desi. It's a great answer right there. What was your favorite moment of the
Is
night?
that, favorite moment tonight? Well, let's just put it this way. Bailey's actually interesting now.
That's a good way to put it. Bayley is interesting, right? Are you so like you say you're a Sasha stan, right? If I remember correctly. You love
Yes.
Sasha Banks. So for you, is this really cool seeing Sasha and Bayley on the heel side of things?
Yes, because we've never seen Bayley actually be heel.
Mm-hmm. Pretty interesting
I mean,
stuff.
we've seen Sasha be heel and face. We all know she's better as a heel.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would like to see her promos be stepped up a little bit more. That's 2 weeks in a row where her promos as a heel have slightly underdelivered, but I think she's just getting into this vicious side of Sasha Banks, right?
Well, see, that's not her fault. She's been away for months. She's been off the mic.
Yeah, I don't know if that's definitely a reason. Like, yeah, sure, speaking in front of a large crowd like that, but at the end of the day, you know, Sasha Banks is supposed to be one of the best on the microphone, at least from her work down in NXT. You would think that would be something she would have been practicing while her time was gone. That's all I got to say with that part.
She's been a face for too long. Now she forgot how to be a heel.
I think that's a better way to put it. Absolutely. Anything else that you'd like to mention on Monday Night Raw tonight?
Randomly, I tried mentioning this a few times in the chat, but you were very, very scatterbrained and your thoughts were hectic because there were so many donations.
Oh,
I
man.
made my own Discord server.
Oh, did you now? Well, here, let's give you the opportunity. You've been awesome to the channel here, so plug your Discord server. What is it?
Literally, my Discord server's name is just Desi Plays Like YouTube.
Well, there you go, folks. You heard it there first. Go join that Discord server if you like talking to Desi.
And a few of your fans are actually already over there and helping me out, and they've kind of taken over.
Oh no. Well, you better watch them. They're a bunch of rascals over there, eh?
I let them.
Good. Well,
One of the ones that I let take over was Thomas, though.
oh man, the rant king, eh?
No, specifically I asked him to do a rant for me tonight because, of course, it's my birthday weekend.
Yep.
Or it's my birthday week.
Happy early birthday, by the way.
I will be 19. Holy crap! Last year's a teen.
Wow, 19 already. Jeez. You're making me feel old here. I'm freaking 24.
You know, I sound like a child.
A little bit.
You didn't want to say anything, but I sound like a child.
Yeah, I'll be nice here. You sound like a 19-year-old. How about that?
I sound like a chipmunk.
Oh,
I hear
man.
myself on your stream. I sound like a chipmunk.
Well, I'm gonna be a nice person here and just zip my lips. Anything else that you would like to mention about Monday Night Raw tonight before we move on to the next caller, though?
AJ Styles is a chicken if he has to have the OC with him at all times. And also, are you ever going to start back your Life of Connor videos?
No, the Life of Connor videos are done. My life, honestly, is not interesting enough to really vlog much. I sit in this room and live stream for most of my day or create content in here. Maybe
You
one
did that
day.
before, and you did that before, and I still watched.
Here's the thing. Back in the day, I actually had a job. Not like saying YouTube isn't a job, but I had a different job. So I was, driving places. I was going out doing things. But now my job consists of me sitting around the computer until, 12:30 at night from 12:30 in the morning, So there's really not much to my day anymore, unfortunately.
Okay, you get away with it right now, but seriously, when you start going back to your cottage again, film.
All right. I will try to do my best.
Wait.
There are no guarantees, all
And
right?
shout out to everybody. I love you guys, and when I get my money refilled, I'm donating again.
Awesome to hear. Thank you so much, Desi, for all the constant support. You're great to talk to, and we'll talk again in the future, all right?
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, always great talking to Desi. That's a great little person right there. Enjoy your 19th birthday this week, Desi. Don't drink too much if you're Canadian. If you're American, well, then maybe just, I don't know. Get a fake. No, Conman didn't say that. No, Conman did not say that whatsoever. Let's talk to Nathan Noble, because Nathan Noble apparently has a rant for us, and Nathan Noble's our last caller of the day. Nathan Noble, you're the last one on today. How you doing, my friend?
Con?
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, my friend? You're the last caller of the day.
I can't believe it. I gotta have a rant, and I cannot believe it. I'm gonna be exploded.
Well, you say you got a rant, right?
Yeah.
All right, man. All right, the Noble Brothers, the ranting brothers here. 3, 2, 1, platform is yours.
Darn it! You fucking kidding me, Sean Cone? Ah! Why? 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 Fuck you! Fuck you, Joe Cole! How in the world you want to make this a double pinball? Ricochet and now Samoa Joe! Fuck! I'll tell you what, Joe Cone, you better get your fits counting right, because that triple threat match you set up for next week, that's fine with me. But I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna watch that match, and Ricochet is heading off to the finals and making sure who wins this finals. Ricochet, King Ricochet, going on top, not anybody else. King Corbin sucked. I'm giving you a middle finger on that one because of Corbin. Corbin, don't frustrate all you want to, but Ricochet is going on top. Not Corbin, and not even that damn Samoa Joe.
Holy, okay. Wow, Nathan Noble, we're going to flip the script right here. What did you like from Monday Night Raw?
I'll give it that 10 out of 10 for that. 10 out of 10. Because I like the fact that Bayley's turning heel now. Is it kind of more... Is Bayley a Sasha Banks is going to be double champions at Clash of Champions?
I'm thinking so. It seems like that could be the direction they're moving in, or at least some point in the near future. Whether it's Hell in a Cell or not, I don't know. But I can envision Sasha Banks taking the title away from Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch being the rematch inside of Hell in a Cell, or if WWE truly wanted to be bold, which they're not going to, but I think that a 4 horsewomen match inside Hell in a Cell to unify the titles would be absolutely amazing as well. It could happen, but most likely not.
That's fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
But the next thing that I'm thinking of is, why the Viking Raiders have faced against some fucking jobbers? Stop bringing the WWE board of directors. They're not supposed to bring fucking jobbers out here. I'm sick and tired of fucking jobbers out here. I don't like when the fucking jobbers get involved. I want WWE board of directors stop putting these jobbers against the Vikings, the Viking Raiders. I want to see Luke Gallows and Corn Anderson, the OC, versus the Viking Raiders. That's in the big ring, not jobbers.
Okay, so we're totally going to get that match at some point in the future. The one thing we got to remember with the Viking Raiders is that they are still new to the main roster. They have been there for not that long, and as a direct result, if you don't have anything actually planned to do with them right now, it is either 1, leave them off TV and make people miss them, or 2, make them realize just how dominant of a team they are by putting them in 2-3 minute segments like they have. And while it may not be the most entertaining right now, because you know the result and the match is not all that good, it absolutely helps get them over to the younger fans. It gets them over with the more casual fans as well. The hardcores already know they're amazing, right? The hardcore fans watch them down in NXT. They watch them on the independent scene. They know they're amazing. The goal is to get them over with the casual fan audience and the younger kids. And the way you do that is by having them absolutely mangle people. And they've been doing that, yes, too much almost. Like, it's been a little too often they've been facing jobbers. But if this is going to be the step in the right direction to get them to the OC feud, to get them away from jobbers, at least they're just biding their time until it happens.
Okay, so that's gonna do for here the call this week. And now make sure click and ask more about my brother Thomas Nolan, get some more ranking on SmackDown Live. Do so in the live chat. Go in and hashtag King Thomas Rant. And make sure to follow him along with the same thing. And also click on the comment 1 to 7. And yet again, the chick on the YouTube yet again. He will be live on Tuesday. Also, the Fire Pro Wrestling also every day for 3:30 or maybe for Eastern time. And you can go click on that, tap that little button on YouTube app so you never miss an upload. Don, I'll see you Tuesday night.
Thank you so much for calling, man. Have yourself a wonderful night.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That's going to bring us, unfortunately, to the end of the live calls here today. Thank you so much to everybody who watched the show and watched the live stream. If you guys did not see, I uploaded my reaction to Bayley turning heel. Go check that out. Also, everybody, make sure you come vote in the poll if you thought the show was friggin' fantastic, good, just okay, bad, or absolute crap. And leave a comment on that poll. It's in my community page right now. If you leave a comment on your thoughts on the show, you could be featured in our What Did You Think show, which will be live tomorrow sometime during the day on Tuesday. All right, everybody? So again, go vote in that poll, get your votes heard, make your comments left, and so that you could potentially be featured in a video. But guys, that's going to be it for me here today. Thank you so much for watching. On your way out, make sure you leave a like on this video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Turn your notifications on so you never miss a thing. And that's going to be the end of the show, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. I've been Con, and that was... Oh, I just about said hold the rope. That was our WWE Raw post show.